a win is a win. Yo, don't talk about my team because that's a sin. Don't care what you say, a win is a win. Yo, Jalen Hurts getting played like it hadn't begun. I don't care. A win is a win. Yo, don't talk about my team. I ain't trying to hear it. Yo, I ain't kind of hear it because I got the spirit. Yo, I was there. It was cold out there, snowing. But my team wouldn't stop. Yeah, we kept going. Don't talk about my team because, yeah, that's a sin. I don't care when nobody say a win is a win. Don't talk about my quarterback because that's a sin. I don't care what you say. Yo, a win is a win. Don't talk about A.J. Brown. Yo, that's a sin. I don't care what you say. A win is a win. Yo, we took things to another place in time. Got out of there with a win, and that's a dime. And if you don't want to count to 10, I don't care what you say because a win is a win. Yo, we going to the NFC Championship game. Yeah, you think Washington's going to win? You a lame. I ain't trying to hear none of that stuff. Yo, we won because life is tough. I said don't talk about my quarterback because that's a sin. I don't care what you say. Yo, a win is a win. Don't try to talk about my Eagles because that's a sin. I don't care what you hear. Yo, a win is a win. Yeah, we escaped that thing from the beginning. I don't care what you say. A win is a win. Yo, you got to stack the wins, put them in the right column. We're going to do that thing, turn up the volume. Yeah, we going on. Your team is losing right now. Yeah, and it's on. It's word. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Part two. We was here earlier. I promised y'all that I would be back. Sometimes I tell y'all that I'm going to be. I may be back to finish up the show when we go live, and I have to cut it short because Look, I had to get to the game. It was crazy out there. Y'all see, I took the gold off. I took the gold off, man. I took the gold off. I was like, yo, I had to put the struggle beads on. Hold on. Yeah, I had to put the struggle beads on. I took the gold off. I ain't holding these right. I ain't holding right. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I took the gold off. I had to put on the beads. I had to put the struggle beads on. I'm like, yo, this was gritty. This was hard. It was a hard-fought game. It was cold out there. It was really hard to see with the snow. It was on some real another type of vibe out there. But we escaped with the win, and that's all that matters to me. What up, Bella Boo? Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. We were talking about, would you go back to your old job? That's what we were talking about earlier. And I said that I would probably finish up the show and do a part two if I got back from the game and I wasn't too tired and I had to get something to eat and, had to get myself together. But we was having a good conversation. We was having a good conversation, and so I figured, let's go ahead and finish this thing. Let's go ahead and finish it. So Bella Boo said, no, I wouldn't. Okay. All right. A lot of people feel that way. Because to me, going back to an old job is like going back to an old flame. It's like going back to an old love. It's like going back to an old girlfriend, an old boyfriend, an old marriage, an old spouse. You may miss them when you're separated and when you've had time to process it and remember all of the good times that y'all had and all of that. But sometimes when you get back to it, when you get back with them, yeah, you quickly realize how come y'all broke up in the first place. Like, oh yeah, I forgot you was an asshole. I forgot. What up, Tori 2200? Said, did you purchase your gold in Philly? Why, yes, I did purchase my gold in Philly. But this is old gold. I don't have any new, the only new item of jewelry that I have, I bought this bracelet in 2024 and I bought this ring. Other than that, this ring is probably about 20. I want to say about 20. This is 2025. I think I got this in 2020. I'm sorry. I think I got this in 20. I think I got it like 20, like maybe 2000. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Somewhere between 2000 and 2002. Absolutely. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's hard to find nice jewelry. No, it is. It's easy. It's easy. You get it made. This is my piece. I got that made. And people come on the show and be like, yo, that fake jewelry. I'm like, do you you think I just happen to name myself Sun 752 and have a piece shaped like a sun and just magically had 752? You think they would make that out of fake? I don't know. Some people just have to have something to say. But yeah, so I appreciate y'all coming through. I really do. I appreciate y'all coming through. But yeah, we were having a good conversation earlier. Interesting. Phone ringing already. Normally when the phone starts ringing before I've even really gotten off the ground, that's not a good sign. So let's see here.
You have a call.
Hold on, caller with the last number 7816. Hold on for just a second. Like I said, now I don't know who the caller is. But normally when the phone starts ringing before I get off the ground, it's normally, I just want to warn y'all, it's normally a troll. It's normally somebody that, doesn't have anything else to do. So they just want to say something crazy, whatever, because I haven't even explained the topic yet. So it just seems a little strange. I've been doing this for a long time. So it just seems a little strange. It's all good. What up, Jax? How you feeling? Good to see you. Thanks for coming on through, y'all. Would you go back to your old job? Some people would go back to their old job. Some people would go back to their old job because maybe they had good experiences there. Maybe they knew the job well. It's not easy starting over at a new job, especially when you've been working at a job for a long time. So many new developments take place in just getting a new job. Like, maybe if you've worked at a place, okay, the caller hung up. Sure sign of a troll, because they didn't want to hold on. Like, they had that troll right there on their tongue, and they was like, "Wait a minute, yeah." I'm trying to tell y'all. Whenever I pinned the number, but I hadn't said anything about the number. I hadn't even gone into the intro or whatever. So why are you ringing the phone? So every time when the phone rings early, it's normally a troll. So I put them on troll notice, and they could hear me. So they probably said, no, this won't age well. It's all good. Back to the matter at hand. If you've been working at a job for 15, 20 years or more, going to go look for another job is a challenge, because more than likely the way that we were looking for jobs the last time you were looking for a job is a lot different. So almost every job is online now. And if you've been working at a job for 15 or 20 years or more than likely you were working at a job when you still went to a place and asked to fill out an application and maybe dropped off your resume. You did in-house, in-person type of looking for work. So now everything is online, and so you have to know how to use a computer. And no, everybody does not know how to use a computer. And so many people use their phone for everything now. And so many people really don't know how to use their phone for administrative things. So it might be hard. It might be, I don't want to say hard, but it's going to be a lot different than it was before when you were looking for a job when you were younger. So it can be a little discouraging. It can be a little discouraging. And this might be one of the things that might make you go back to a job that you worked at before, even though they probably weren't paying you what you should have been making, even though they may not have been treating you the way that they should have been treating you, even though the work conditions may not have been as favorable as you would have liked them to be. You may consider going back to your old job because of familiarity. It's easy to go back to something that you've done before because you've seen it before. You know how it acts. You know what it does. You know how to prepare for it. You know how to get through the day. And, change is hard sometimes. Sometimes change is hard or difficult or confusing or scary, So would you go back to your old job? Would you go back to your old job? I've had jobs try to get me to come back. I've experienced that, I wouldn't say that they promised me the world. Honestly, I felt like they was trying to play me again. I felt like they was trying to play me. Like, you can't bring me back for the almost the same salary as I left here for. I left here to get more money. But, you got to watch out for some of these jobs because they might feel like you didn't get what you wanted when you went somewhere else. So now you back looking for them and now you need them. Well, they need you because nobody gives you a job. Nobody's going to put money in your pocket unless you are putting more money in their pocket than you are receiving from them. T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. How you feeling, ma? It's good to see you. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it really do. All right. And T. Carey Wright says, I was making $52,000 in 2001. I'd be making a mint today. Would you, though? Hold on. You say you'd be making a mint. I had to step away for a second because I have to tape this game between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. It's not acceptable that I don't do that. I got to get that done. I got to see that. My work phone is ringing. That's not getting answered. Call me back. Text me or something. I'm not answering that shit. I'm not answering that shit. Get out of here. All right, let me tape this, John. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Dang. They already in the third quarter? The hell? What the hell? I don't know. Uh-oh. It looks like Lamar getting played again. And look, they playing in the snow. Ain't that a buy? Well, what's the name? Josh Allen is built for the snow. Buffalo, baby. It's a big difference between the weather in Buffalo and the weather in Baltimore. Big difference. So, I don't know, man. As good as Lamar Jackson is, be laying an egg when it's really crunch time. Like, oh, come on, man, you got. But anyway, yeah. So TK Wright says, I got a Thanksgiving and Christmas bonus, and my boss was generous when you did a good job. Private company. Okay, then that's probably why. So it's more understandable under those circumstances. It's definitely more understandable under those circumstances because jobs out here be trying to milk you. They're not in the business of making you rich. They'll say whatever they need to say to you if they really think that you were worth it. But the best way in business to prove or show somebody that you really appreciate them and that they are worth whatever is to pay them. All of that pat on the back, all of that good job, all of that thumbs up, all of that. No, Some people need the positive reinforcement. I need the positive numbers in the bank account. But that's me. You don't have to tell me I'm doing a good job at all. Make the compensation reflect it. Like, ain't no way y'all giving me more money if I'm doing a bad job. So I already know. So we're not gonna play them kind of games. But people play them kind of games. Jobs play them kind of games. They study psychology. They know what they're doing. They've hired people who went to school for certain things. They know how to read the room. They know what it is. They know what it is, and they've hired supervisors, managers, and other leaders to gauge employee morale and even study you. So they know what you like and what you dislike. They know what you complain about and what makes you okay. They know. They already know. They're looking at you just like you're looking at them. But they might not be complaining about you the way you're complaining about them. But anyway, yeah. A private company, that's cool. Because when you're dealing with a boss or owner of a company and he or she is accessible, it is a lot easier to make more money, to do better, and to advance often, because it's cut and dry. Like you have the phone number, or you know where the office is, and you can go right in there and be like, listen, man, this is what's going on. I'm doing all of this work. Some people might even have to tell on some people. Well, such and such is not doing this. Or even if you don't want to snitch, you don't have to. Just say, listen, this is where we were financially before I came here, or when I came here. And this is where we are now. And I feel like I was instrumental in getting us to where we are now. And I'm more than willing to work to get us even farther. I'm already on it. But I need to know what I can do in order to be compensated properly, at least fairly, for the work that I'm doing, because I'm helping this company profit, and I want to help them profit some more. But of course, I need some money in my pocket too. One thing you want to always safeguard against is telling jobs about your bills and your kids and your mortgage and your house, because they don't give a fuck about what you have going on. They don't. They'll act like they do. Oh yeah, I understand that. Oh yeah. Oh, your son is going to college. That's great. Oh wow, yeah. It's so expensive these days, even with the financial aid, which is mostly loans. Yeah, so they're not going to give you a raise based on that. They don't give a fuck. You knew the job was hard. You knew college was expensive when you sent your kids to it. You went to the bursar's office, they sent you an invoice. You know how much it costs. And you was working here when that happened. We ain't paying for your kids to go to college. Tell you what, you want us to pay for your kids to go to college? Tell them to work here. And tell them, they can go we'll send them to school, pay. If they do well, we'll pay part of their tuition. They can get financial for the rest of the whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then they can come work for us. We require that you give us just a mere 5 years. A mere 5 years of loyal, productive employment service in exchange for us paying for your education. But remember, you take your education everywhere you go. We may provide it for you, but you take it with you. And it will benefit you wherever you go. Anyway. So yeah, man. Yeah, my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. Said my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Yeah, sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. What's going on, my G? How you feeling, my dude? How you feeling? Good to see me some you. Good to see you. Good to see me some you. Hold on. Tori 2200 says awards and certificates, pizza parties. Get out of here. Pay me. Yo, Tori. You are talking my language. Get out of here, pizza parties. Here you are busting your ass and everybody else getting fed. No, don't feed nobody. I don't want to seem selfish. I'm going to eat the pizza, though, and the wings, and any of that cheesecake. Yeah, I'm going to eat all that. But you ain't gonna substitute that for my pay. I need a debit card. I need a debit card with the bonus on that bitch. Need a debit card with the bonus on that bitch. I ain't asking y'all to even come close to making me rich, but I need a debit card with a bonus on that bitch. Get the debit card, no less than 2.5. I would like 500 and don't laugh. You know I'm worth much more than that. Yo, put my raise on this motherfucker and make it fat. And I ain't talking about no 2 or 3%. Yo, I need like 10 more thousand and make it heaven sent. And if you do that for me, look what I do for you. It's gonna be on this year. And yo, ooh, that shit is gonna be fly as hell. I'm be working like a motherfucker slave in the jail. Yo, you can put me in a striped suit if you pay me enough. You can do anything to me, pay me enough. Yo, I ain't going front on you or try to bluff. You can, everything has a price. Everything has a price, and today's price is not yesterday's price. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. We got a new price, and it ain't Kelly. It ain't Kelly price. No. All right. TK, right? Hold on. Oh yeah, Nars. The reason we having this live is because when we was on early, I had to cut the live short because I had to shoot to the Eagles game. You know the Eagles, the EAGLES Eagles. That's on their way to the NFC Championship to play the low down, no good, rat bastard Washington Community. They'll always be the Redskins to me, but they the Washington Community. Yeah, that's how that's going down. I had a heart attack today. I did. Had a heart attack. I had a heart attack. Yeah, Eagles be giving me heart attacks. I had mad palpitations. Man. I can't live this life. But I'm going to be right back at it tomorrow, living this life. I mean, next week, next Sunday, I'm going to be right back at it, living this life. But we on our way to the Super Bowl. I'm going to play the song that I was playing for y'all earlier when the show first started. Yo. Don't talk about my quarterback because it's a sin. Don't care what y'all say because a win is a win. Don't talk about my team because that's a sin. I don't care what y'all say. Yo, a win is a win. Don't talk about AJ Brown because that's a sin. I don't care what nobody say. A win is a win. You can talk about the Washington Commanders and then I don't care what you say because a win is a win. I don't care if the Rams is who you thought would win. Yo, we took this shit to the stop and now we won. We like that, son. Y'all teams is done. Who the Cowboy fans? Get the fuck out of here. One. Yo, care what you say, it's a sin. Yo, I know a win is a win. Yo, from the last things from to the beginning, a win is a win. Yo, I don't try to hear what nobody say because it's a sin. Yo, for real, a win is a win. I said a win is a win. I said, a win is a win. I said a win is a win. A win is a win. I said a win is a win. Going back to my old job, a win is a win. Give me some more money, a win is a win. Better job conditions, a win is a win. Got my own bathroom, a win is a win. Hey, a win is a win. I got a walk-in closet, a win is a win. Administrative assistant, win is a win. Leadership position, win is a win. I'm getting paid on salary, win is a win. Yo, 4 weeks of vacation, a win is a win. Yo, building, adding on a win is a win. Yo, they're giving me stock in the company, win is a win. Yo, I'm back up in this bitch, a win is a win. All right. What's up? What's going on? Troy Dizu. What up, my J? How you feeling? We back at it. I said I would be back. I know y'all thought I was lying. I don't be lying. I said I would be back, and I'm back. TK right says jobs do not care about your woes. They don't. There may be people at the job that care about your woes, but they ain't going. Man, that shit dog eat dog. Every man for himself. They be like, man, don't get that motherfucker no raise. Shit. He was on an unauthorized break for like 45 minutes. What you talking about? He a manager. He don't get. Man, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, he ain't like that. I don't mean be snitching. Man, he ain't like that. I've been on jobs. Where people say, I don't know what you paid. Listen, you should fire everybody and just keep me because I do all the work. And he was serious. Yo, you can let everybody go and I will do all of the work that you need. He was dead serious. He said it to me. Like, look, just, you know what I mean, such and such ain't doing this and that, and they be bullshitting whatever. As soon as you walk off the work site, all the work stop except me. So if you just pay me more and get rid of them, I'm saying I had this thing popping. So I'm like, so you've been slacking, but you could step it up if I fire them. He said, not only are they not doing no work, but they keeping you from doing work. Like, I don't even think he knew what he was saying, but he was serious. He was serious. And when I was hiring people in my own business, I hired a lot of cats that left and came back, you know, because there was a lot of transitional guys. So yeah, they left and came back to the job. Because I mean, if they left on good terms, and normally good terms with us just meant that you didn't steal shit that we found out about. You might have stole something, but we ain't found out about it. Either that or we may have suspected it and kind of heard about it, but it ain't hurt us enough. And maybe the work that you was doing was worth the drill that you stole, the saw that you sold, the drill that you stole, and the saw that you sold. Who wants a big red plumber's wrench? Yeah. Who wants a big red plumber's wrench? Huh? Who needs a drill? Two batteries. Holds a charge for a long time. Shit like that. Anyway, yeah. So I've dealt with a lot of people who came back to the job. You know, they quit, came back, went and did something else, came back. And I ain't gonna front. A lot of people came back to my job because they was on drugs. And, you know, it's kind of hard to go and work for somebody new who don't understand that you need to get paid every day. That's the life of a crackhead, baby. You got to get paid every day. No, I can't wait till the end of the week. I need a little bit of money, a little advance every day. So if you pay me $100 a day, I just need 50. We gave it to them. Like, fuck it. Yeah, you a crackhead. All right. Anyway, I've dealt with situations where people came back to the same job. Now, would I do it? Negative. But I can't say that. There have been some places where I felt like I had unfinished business. Oh, my bad. I ain't even know.
You have a call.
All right, hold on a minute. Hold on, my G. I'm sorry. I had a troll had called in earlier. So I turned the phone all the way down. So he was on my third screen, my third monitor. He caught my peripheral. I was like, oh, because I didn't hear the call because I had the sound turned all the way down. So hold on a second. Okay. TK Ray says, jobs are the ones that came up with the phrase, fuck them kids. Yup. I remember. I was young when they did it, but I think it came out like around 1973. No, it was right after the Reagan era. When I was born, they cared about kids. Reagan canceled the kids. Big boy says, be cautious at work, though. They figure you want that promotion. Some of these fellas will just lead you on saying, yeah, just do X and Y and Z, and you got that promotion just to milk you even harder. And that's true. That's true. And I've had that happen to me too. I've definitely had that happen. You are director materials. You are the next up. Come do your work tonight, nigga. And don't be late. Yes, you are the next up. Come do your work tonight. And don't be late. And don't you leave too soon. Nigga. Oh, boy. Come and do your work tonight. And don't be late. All right. But it's real. Shit is real. Shit is real. All right. This is what we gonna do.
And then we have a quarterback that can take it 50 yards to the house.
All right. Tell your background down, son. Tell your background down. Tell your background down. You up. You ready?
Oh, I won 300 tonight. And we only got 285. So
Yo.
Yo, what's up, Paul?
All right, yeah, turn your background down. I'm good.
My fault. I was listening to the Eagles and Saquon and Jay talking about how they won the game and everything. You know,
I understand. I totally understand.
Because a win is a win.
A win is a win.
And no matter if I needed the defibrillator and a caregiver next to me,
I needed
because
that.
I know they're gonna kill me. A win is a win.
I survived today's game. I feel like I'm on IR.
Yes.
I got my heart broke.
You just got brought down from ICU.
I got my heart broke.
No, when they got down to the 21-yard line, I threw my. I was at work. I was going to change my clothes, so I sat in the room. And I just threw my phone. I said,
"That's right.
Please, God." Looked at my phone, seen that the football went over to the Eagles on downs. Got emotional, started crying like a bitch.
Listen, man, I was already at like Wednesday. Right? I'm not lying. I was already at Wednesday, fed up with feeling like I want to punch some Commanders fans in the mouth, Cowboy fans, anybody else that was anti-Eagles. I couldn't have done this week, son. Like I couldn't have done that.
The Eagles are a team that make you want to put you in the alphabet places. You know what I mean by the alphabet places?
Yeah, ICU.
No.
ER.
No. ICU.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the OR, CFCF, EOC.
CFCF. For those of y'all who don't live in the Philadelphia area, those are the letters for the county prison in Philadelphia is Karan Fromhold Correctional Facility. That's CFCF.
They're gonna send me there.
Yeah.
Because if the Eagles had lost this game tonight, it was on. Between
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
And Donald Trump inauguration, somebody was gonna get hurt, bro.
Oh, look. I tell you one thing. If they would have lost, I wouldn't be in front of this camera right now.
I know you wouldn't.
I might have contemplated taking a whole vacation. Like I check y'all out. Like I see y'all next weekend. I don't want y'all looking at me like a loser.
That shit was painful.
It was.
Because when it went up, and I'm telling you, what's his name, Jake Elliott? I'm gonna fuck him up.
I can't. I can't. Yo, he is ruining everything. For real. He's ruining everything. Anytime
the listen, he the one that come to the party and let out and fart and fuck the whole party up.
Nah, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. He the one that come to your house party and break your mom's brake front like in Cooley High. You know what I mean? Oh. Had you on punishment for like 2 months and shit on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, but check this out. As far as this topic is concerned, have you
give me the topic? Because I forgot the topic.
Okay, so earlier today we was talking about would you ever go back to a job, to your old job? So I told him, like, I had to go to the game earlier, so I stopped the show. I said, we're gonna do a part 2 when I come back from the game. If we win, then I'll, listen, man, stipulations is stipulations. I was gonna have a mad attitude. You don't even want to see me if we'd have lost. So, but we won. You know what I mean? It felt like we lost, but we won. So I was like, all right, so let's go ahead and do part 2 because we was really getting into it at the time that I left. So yeah, going back to your old job, to me, that's like going back to an old flame. That's like going back to an ex. You know what I mean? It's like because you expect for things to be like to get that old thing back or to make it better. And then as soon as you get back with your ex, you realize why you left in the first place. Like, oh.
Well, my thing is this. Well, if I was to try to go back to my old job, I can't afford it. So, okay. I mean, considering the amount of money I make at my new job, which is, I'm comfortable with, but going back to my old job, they would have to pay me righteously for me to accept the bullshit that I had to deal with when I was there.
Okay.
And then going back to the old job before that, and then because see, when you in the culinary industry, and there's anybody in my podcast family that's in the culinary industry that are chefs, you do know that there's a lot of when you're great at what you do, you become a threat to people that's over top of you. So when you become that threat, they'll do anything or say anything to get you revved up or get you to that point where you ready to lay hands upon thee.
Lay hands upon thee? You said lay hands upon thee?
In the most righteous and sincere way.
I understand.
For our child, God will help thee after I do that. Because the way, like today, I'm going to give you a prime example today. And I would like to use this as Exhibit 1. Okay. I'm already on edge because of the Eagles game. Me and the wife are getting along, trying to fix things and shit. So we had a great conversation. So I'm on cloud 9 because of the conversation, but I'm still on edge because of, the Eagles playing today. Game didn't even start. So I just started this job 2 months ago.
Okay.
I cleaned the fryer laters about almost a month ago. I didn't have to clean it the next couple of weeks, but when I cleaned the fryer later, I know not to pour the oil down the drain, but water and oil mixed pretty much is dirty water. Mm-hmm. You can pour it down the drain in a commercial kitchen.
Yeah.
So when I start pouring it down the drain, little did I know that it backed up into the cafeteria. I didn't know nothing about this.
Okay.
So the guy that's quote unquote supposed to have trained me didn't tell me this. So he gets a little bit obnoxious and I'm trying to explain to him. He told me that's common sense. No, that's not
common sense.
That's nonsense. He said, I don't pour my oil down in my drain in my kitchen because it's going to get sick. I said, then you must not have any hot water then. Because if you got oil at home, you slowly pour it down your drain. You allow the hot water to run, and it'll take it right down the drain. That's what I tried to explain to him. I've been in this business for almost 30 years. I've never worked in a kitchen where you can't put dirty oil water down the drain, meaning that the grease trap is filled.
Okay.
And if the grease trap filled, you can't blame that on me. You can't even blame this scenario on me because y'all never told me not to pour this shit down the drain. But yet, We keep saying it's common sense. Oh, but Troy, you think you I guess you smart. You ain't never wrong. You just met me. If I fuck up, I'm gonna tell you I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm not wrong and y'all didn't tell me this, then you cannot tell me that I'm wrong. I'll take ownership of shit that I fucked up with. But if I didn't fuck up because you didn't teach me, you own that now. I should have told you that. That's my fault, Troy. Yes, you should have told me that.
Now hold on. Now this is your job now.
Yes, the job now today.
Okay, so
then I had to go outside to get a woosah moment, and then I had to talk to my therapist, which is the wife, because she's the therapist to calm me down because I was ready to turn into the new orange, the new Red Hawk.
Okay.
A Red Hawk out there now.
Okay.
I was ready. Listen, bro. How I feel right now about I would never go back to old jobs unless they're ready to pay me money and show me the respect.
Okay, so there is a way that you would return to an old job.
Yes, there is a way I would return to an old job. It would have to be the dividends would have to be funky.
Okay. Because the reason that I ask is because some people say that they would never return to an old job no matter what. The reason that they left the job is because that job just wasn't it. So, because, you could leave a job that you wouldn't want to return to because maybe you learned some new skills and you moved on to a new profession or whatever. So going back to that old job wouldn't even make any sense to you because like if you let's say you worked in retail and all of a sudden you went to school and you learned how to do welding or electricity or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't make any sense to go back to retail, when you are now you have a skill that will pay you for the rest of your life, exactly what you're worth if you work it right. You understand what I'm saying? So so you're saying that there are all right, so to me, that's saying that the jobs that you left, there wasn't the jobs that you say that you would return to, there wasn't any bad blood. Is that right?
No. Listen, the job my last job, there's bad blood between me and the general manager in corporate because I was terminated unjustly. So there is bad blood. Okay. So for me to go back there, I would never have a problem go back there, but it would have to be $29, $30 an hour.
Okay.
And you would have to give me back my back pay from when I left.
Okay. Now see, all right, I see what you're saying. For me, if it was bad blood when I left a job, there's no way that I could go back there even for a lot of money, because my thing is, if y'all shitted on me once and got away with it, what would stop y'all from shitting on me again just for more money?
Well, I can respect that. But
yeah,
see,
because I know I would be thinking about that.
The difference between then and now is that y'all are paying me this money, and if y'all paying me this money, we're going to have a contract, and there's going to have to be stipulations in this contract about how we're going to deal with one another. And if y'all can't do that, then I can't come back.
Okay.
And I love the other job because I had everything. I brought the scores up. My culinary brought the scores up. My being personable with the guests brought the scores up. My being a comedian brought the scores up. Able to turn a frown upside down brought the scores up. So all this, I did this within a month and a half time. Mm-hmm. So I love the job. I love the fact that I laid the platform out like that. You know what I mean? And I had the opportunity to do what I wanted to do. But when there's a lot of jealousy and a lot of envy and there's a lot behind that, and that's not just with this job. When I worked at the Comcast Center, the same thing with this other job, with the other chef. No, it's like no matter where I go, the jealousy kicks in because it's not the fact that they can't cook. They just can't cook better than me, or they're not personable like me, or they lack the confidence. You know what I mean? One thing about comedy, and I think you can attest to this. Comedy takes away every insecurity you have about yourself, especially if you talk about yourself.
Okay. Now hold on, because we don't have a lot of time today. So
I know you don't.
You know what I mean? So
I already messed you up the past 2 times.
All right. No, but the thing is, we're only doing an hour, so that's why we got to keep this moving. All right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing with me. When I think about going back to an old job, I'm thinking about I would probably only go back to a job where I left without really incident. Like maybe they didn't match what I asked for or whatever, but maybe I wanted to leave anyway because it was just a better opportunity and a better place. Like there's some places that I really wouldn't consider going back to, even though there have been times when I considered going back to them. Like when I worked at the University of Penn before, and I left there. It was a lot of bad blood. It was a lot of bad blood. It was actually like an enemy situation, and I didn't feel like I was done right and all of that. And even the general man, not the general manager, the district manager agreed, like, yo, we only gotta do this because we kind of gotta do this. Wink, wink. But he actually was trying to help me get another job within a network because it was Aramark. So he was like, yo, I'm gonna hook you up with this thing over here, blah, 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 blah. But I was like a couple of years after that, a few years after that or whatever, a recruiter got with me and they was like, yo, would you work there again? And I had to think about it. I was like, no. because they was too grimy. All you gonna do is fuck me again. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's all you gonna do. And it wouldn't have worked anyway because they know I know that they fucked me, and they know I wasn't, and they also know I'm not with the shits. So it in a situation like that, I couldn't go back there. Now I would work for Aramark again, but I wouldn't work for Aramark at Penn. They just too grimy. You know what I mean? They too grimy. Even when I was working there, I disagreed with so many of their practices. It was a shit show, and it was. I mean,
I worked for Aramark too at the Wells Fargo Center.
Okay,
I worked for Aramark.
Okay,
you saying right now is the same thing they did to me. That's why I quit. I would never work at Aramark at the Comcast Center.
Well, Aramark. I actually got a job there too, at the Wells Fargo Center. I didn't take it because I was like, you know what I mean. The thing about Aramark is that you work for different companies in Aramark. They have so many different accounts, so it's not like they all know each other. They don't know each other at all. Aramark at Penn don't have nothing to do with Aramark at the Wells Fargo Center. Don't have nothing to do with Aramark in another office space, or you know what I mean, or another campus, or another company or whatever. It's like a bunch of independent companies, so there is no continuity. So when you have to reapply for a job within the Aramark system, it's not like you can just go talk to the people in this other department, like if you work for a straight company like that. So anyway, I'm not here to bash Aramark because they're good accounts of Aramark that I've been on, and then there have been bad accounts because I worked for them for a good while. But the thing is, when I think about going back to a job, it would have to be a good situation. Like even if I wasn't working there full time, like maybe I would go back part time. Do a couple of hours, whatever, or maybe they need me, to come clean up something, and like not literally clean up, but maybe they need to get me. They need my leadership to get a team in order, or do some training or something like that. to whereas, you know, maybe they haven't been able to get anybody to do it on the level that I could do it. And so, you know, they say, I can see if they say like, all right, can you give us, I don't know, 20 to 25 hours a week or something like that. And I was like, all right, and, you know, so that's like 4 or 5 hours, that's like 5 hours a day. All right, we can do this, you know, and maybe they're paying me enough to whereas like this is a good joint. So it supplement my income. I may be able to do it when it comes to something like that, but there wouldn't be able to be any bad blood because unlike some people, I'm not able to fuck with nobody who I don't like. I'm not even. We can get money, but we can't get money together. Right. We would have to have a mediator, a moderator. You know what I mean? Somebody else that's controlling how the money is going or how independent we are. But you know, I don't have to go. I mean, there is no better reason to fake the funk other than pay. But why do that? I don't want to be stressed out when I go to work. I don't. I'm like, if you know how to do your job and you do your job well, you're conscientious about how you do and you're professional about the way you walk. Why there shouldn't be a reason why you should be at home like, oh man, I don't feel like going in there today. I can't stand it.
So you have to understand something. You're the leader. You're part of the top brass. I mean, you're delegated. You don't want to make sure everybody gets the room to do what you need to do. But when you like, I moved from being a sous chef, which is second in command, to getting back to being just a regular cook, making chef money. But at the end of the day, when you go into a new place, people are supposed to show you how that place is ran. It's not that you don't know culinary; it's the fact that you don't know how they run their place.
Right.
So when you go into that kitchen, if something goes wrong, I told the chef, and I worked with this guy almost 30 years ago, and I told him, I said, listen, write down how that area is supposed to run. Mm-hmm. When I get over there, I don't want no question. I forgot to tell you that. I forgot to tell you this. And then you want to sit back and try to just, you know, come at me and disrespect me in front of the other peers in the kitchen. Now realizing behind every action, there's a reaction. So when you give me your action, I'm going to give you my action back. And you might not like my action or my response. So respect me by pulling me in the office and not do this shit in front of everybody.
No, I understand that. Yeah. Well, see, but those are the kinds of things I'm talking about, though.
But see, there's certain times I wouldn't go back. It's this place called the Mulberry. I would never go back there.
No. What I mean is, those are those types of unprofessional practices that they seem to think is okay, and they're not okay. You know what I mean? Like, I would never go back to a job where I've ever considered going to HR. If I've ever had to go to HR on you, then there's no way that means that there's a disconnect. Right. Because management doesn't go to HR unless there's a real like, unless he or she feels like somebody's trying to set him up. But if I've had to go to HR because of some hostile work environment shit or some old, you know what I mean, or some crazy disrespectful out of pocket, you know, like, come on, man, or some harassment type of deal, like no, I don't need that. I don't need that at all. We're not going to do that. So you know, it's a slippery slope. But just like I said, going back to an old job is like getting back with an ex. You're going to remember. You're going to get reminded real quick of how come you left there in the first place. You're going to get reminded. So I'm not telling anybody that they shouldn't do it, but you know, it is what it is. There's certain things you need to take into consideration when and if you think about going back to your old job. Going back to your old job because of familiarity, going back to your old job just because that's where all your friends were and all your contacts were, going back to your old job for any other reason than they are going to take your checker piece and king your ass. I don't think that's a good look. You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying when you said you have to have certain things in writing. You know,
Yeah.
I understand that. But the thing is, writing is only as good as the person who wrote it.
Well, and that's exactly why. And that's exactly why I would sit there. Like, let's put it like this: in order for me to go back to a job that I had hostilities with, and it wasn't within the employees or my chef, it was just with the general manager, and the fact that he didn't promote me. The corporate chef promoted me instead of him. So if my thing is this: if I gotta go back there, I'm gonna bring the chef and the corporate chef in, and we're gonna write out something like that then.
Okay.
Let's sit back and play the game of, this is this is what we writing out, and this is how it's gonna be after we write it out. No, these will have to be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I totally understand that. You know, I mean, like, everybody.
Everything that you just said, I agree and I concur with a lot of things that you said. I mean, you have to look, but you also have to. When you like a job, like you've been at a job that you're like, I like this shit, man. I really like working at this place. And as soon as something go wrong, it just throws you for a loop, especially when you had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
When you just come in there and you bust your ass and you give 102% of yourself and everything is going great, and then somebody throw a monkey wrench in the program to benefit their bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with the job. It has something to do with that one individual. And that one individual is the fact that he's using his power for his bottom line. Then when I go back, we're going to take away that bottom line.
Fact.
We're going to take that bottom line away, and we're going to sit back and we're going to say, look, this is my money. This is my back pay. I want my benefits retro from when I started.
Mm-hmm.
You have nothing to do with me when it comes to this kitchen. I answer to the chef and the corporate chef.
Okay.
And if there's any problems, we bring it to the table with the chef or corporate chef. Other than that, I have nothing to say to you.
Yeah. I just...
Now,
go ahead.
That's terms.
Okay.
That's the only thing go back.
Okay. See, the only thing I have to say about that is that businesses know how much it costs to sue them.
Yes.
They know. They know how much it costs them, and they know how much it costs you. They got the money to do it. You, not so much. Because this is not like an accident claim where you only pay if we win. Nah, you bring harassment charges or racism or discrimination charges against a company, those lawyers want that money. They want a retainer. They want money up front, and it's a lot of it. So you going to wind up spending like 20 grand. Are you going to win 20 grand? You know what I mean? Like, because you haven't been in no accident. Well, maybe sometimes you have, but I'm talking about when you're trying to, because that's a different claim. You know what I mean? That's an easier claim. You know, you slip and fell at a job. That's a way easier claim to litigate than trying to prove that somebody fired you or hired somebody over you because they didn't like the fact that you was black. That's hard as hell.
No. Don't even use that because that's a winnable case.
No. Listen, it's a winnable case, but you're gonna have to spend money up front to get it done. You can't just call Shaw, Levin and Weiss or John Morgan or Top Dog Law.
Let me assist you, because I play with them things when it comes to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know I play with them things. First of all, if there's a harassment or there's a situation with, and I know I'm not trying to get off topic with you. If there's a situation with you at work and they're not promoting you because of your color or however, or there's a harassment or anything of that nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you're going to do, you're not even going to call a lawyer. You're going to call an EEOC and go and put in information to go against that job with the EEOC. So when you deal with the EEOC, that's different. So you put the case into the EEOC. They investigate it. If the EEOC say they can't, there's nothing they can do, then you go to a lawyer to appeal what the EEOC said, and then start your case. And yes, you do have lawyers out there on retainer that will not take any money until the case is over. I had to do that before when I worked at a job, and the chef's friend called me, was rubbing an eggplant, calling it a moulion, which you do know is a derogatory word for N-word when you're rubbing an eggplant.
Okay.
And he wound up firing me because I stopped talking to him, the chef.
Okay.
So went to the EEOC, started the case. The EEOC, they couldn't pick it up. And then I went to another lawyer and he picked it up.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's ways to get around.
There are ways, but you're going to spend a lot of time. In the meantime, you're not getting paid.
No, you're not. You're not getting. Oh, no, you just get another job then.
Well, my point is, most people are not going to go through the trouble. And they know, and jobs know that. That's the only point I was trying to make. Jobs know that you're not going to really go through the trouble, and because they're dealing with house money, they can get better lawyers than you can. That's not to say that you won't win. It's not to say that you won't win.
That's true.
But
that's true. Everything you're absolutely. A lot of jobs feel as though they can just sit back and go against the grain when it comes to workers. That they got the upper hand because they do have all the lawyers. They do, and they have lawyers in position with shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was just saying all of this because, like, when you consider going back to, if you consider going back to a job where they did you dirty, they might feel like they have the green light. If many of the same players are still there, they might feel like they have the green light to do you dirty again. You know what I mean? You know, because dirty motherfuckers, they play dirty. That's who they are. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's why you left in the first place. So coming back, they might feel like, well, yeah, shit. I whooped his ass once, I whoop his ass again. He came back for the rematch. So, you know, and all of that red tape going through trying to sue, that's an emotional thing. You know what I mean? Your time would be better spent just going ahead and making some more money, you know, elsewhere, whatever, and concentrating on that. Going back and trying to get money from somewhere that prevented you from getting money or didn't promote you or raise you or any of that kind of stuff, it could be a little counterproductive. And you don't want to get caught up in no counterproductivity. That's all I'm really trying to say. It gets tough like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So these are things that you might want to take into consideration when you talk about going back to another job. And I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking about anybody who's listening. These are the things that you have to take into consideration. And a lot of people will go back to a job that they left before because they just simply miss it. It's familiar. You know, you've been working at a place double-digit years and shit. It's hard out. It's going to feel hard for you to get another job because you have to get used to it. It's like trying to get used to another woman. It's like, you know, I knew that, you know, when I go down on her, all I got to do is bling, 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 and she light up like a Christmas tree. This new chick, I'm down there for like 45 minutes. I'm like, yo, you know, it's shit like that. You know what I mean? Shit like that. You know, like my old joint could cook. She gave back rubs and shit. This joint, she looking for a meal and back rubs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know, it's the same thing with these jobs. The same. So you might go, just like a person might go back to an ex-lover because they're familiar. You know what I mean? They know what they're going to do. They know what they want. They know how they like certain things or whatever.
The thing
is thinging. You know what I mean? Even the thing might not be thinging like it was thinging before, but it's still thinging. It's thinging. You know, like so. Getting used to something takes a while, and sometimes people get used to things that they don't even like, but they used to it. They know how it works. You know what I mean? Like, look, motherfuckers do decades and generations in jail, come out, get knocked, and go right back in. Why? because they've gotten used to the way that jail works. So subliminally, psychologically, they fix it so they can go back. Like in jail, I know I wake up at this time. I go to shower at this time. I go to the day room this time. I go to the yard at this time. And the lights out at this time. You know what I mean? You know, VI day is this time and all that. Everything is laid out. You don't have to think. Only thing you're thinking about is a way that you can get around all of the things that's clearly laid out. But you don't have to think a lot. You ain't going nowhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You in D block. You're never going to see F block. You don't get you don't interact with F block. It don't work that way. So it's this. It can, that same type of feeling can apply to these jobs. You know, you might go back just because. Look. At least I know it. The money ain't all of that. Blah 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 blah. But then you might fuck around and convince yourself, well, the money ain't that bad. I mean, ain't nobody rich out here. Mm-hmm. You have defeated yourself. There ain't nobody rich, but you gonna keep yourself. They ain't even giving you no extra money. You went back to the old job. Well, yeah, at least they gave me back my salary, and the salary that I was making was pretty good. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm feeling like full force. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. She don't love you. Yeah. But I love her. That's why you a sucker. But I love her. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's not as easy of a decision as people think it might be.
No, it's not. Because at the end of the day, you know, like me going back to an old job like the Sheraton Suites will be because of the fact that I was second in command, and that, like I said, there would have to be stipulations. But there's a lot of jobs that I wouldn't go back to. I wouldn't even step in their door. Me stepping in their door will bring back so many. It would make me think about sending people to the alphabet places. Me going to the alphabet places.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go to the alphabet places.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my thing is, sometimes you leave jobs to protect you from what you're capable of doing to somebody, or you leave jobs because the finances is different at that job. Because at every job you at, you're nothing but prostituting yourself until you get the best job. I'm not talking about screwing wise.
I know. I choose the word selling myself.
Yes, you're selling yourself. however you want to put it.
I want to be a hoe.
You find another spot that's paying me paying an extra $5,000 or $10,000 more, and your job can't pay that. Buy the job you at. You know what I'm saying? We're always pimping ourselves out to the highest bidder. Often, in any position or any job that you're at, unless it's your own shit. But other than that, you are. So, especially in my line of work, you know, you have to, because there's such a high turnaround that you have to. You're ready to give enough extra $5? Oh, well, all right, can you give me the extra $5? Can we meet halfway? Can we meet close to that $5? $350? Okay, all right, well, I'll talk to y'all, man. I'll give y'all my 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't want the 2 weeks? Oh, I'm not going to bye, y'all.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. That's the, you know, and that's why when I put on my resume, they say, you jump from job to job a lot. And I have to explain to them, I said, well, you know the culinary business, it fluctuates financially. And when you have responsibilities to other people.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. This is what you tell them. Tell them that those were temporary positions. I've
used that before too.
Yeah, just tell them you're a freelance chef. Never divulge anything about, you know, because they look for gaps and inconsistencies and all that. Don't give them that. Say I took contracts, and when those contracts expired, I took other contracts. Whatever.
Okay. Okay, resume and interview and specialty.
I'm trying to tell you, they hear this shit time after time, so they know you lying, or they know that you've had problems in other places, so you don't want to raise those red flags. Nope, these were just contract. These were 6 months to a year contracts where the chef, the head chef, was out on leave or something like that, and I took these jobs through an agency. No problem. You know what I mean? They don't need to know. They don't need your truth. They need the truth that applies to them, that will be lucrative for you. They don't need none of that other shit. None of it. They don't need that.
As Gary Gaines and Dave Temple was all, they don't need that stuff. They don't need that extra fluff.
So yeah, man. All right, listen, we're about to get on about it here. I appreciate y'all coming through. I just want to do this real quick. I actually gotta get out of here and all this crazy ass snow and shit. And it is still snowing.
You got going to work?
No, I don't have to go into work, but I have some I got some things I gotta do for my mom. I'm gonna have to shovel her walk and whatever. And I talk to you about it.
You're such a nice young man. Tell mom, dude, I say love her, man. Tell her I say hi, and tell her whenever she can get the cake ready, get the chocolate cake again together. I don't mind taking a couple slices.
Okay. No doubt, man. I'm gonna definitely do that. But I'll hit you up later on.
Most up. Be safe, man.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I just wanted to come back in here, do the show, finish up the live. So you put the two together, we got about almost 2.5 hours. So we good. 2 hours and 15 minutes. We good though. I appreciate y'all coming through. We came through, quick hit them and quit them and all of that. Hit the like button though, y'all. Share the show. My man, Mr. Overflow. Good to see you, my dude. You out there in Vegas? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. We that's what's up. Listen, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, Monday going into Tuesday, 2 a.m. If you're up, it's the best thing smoking. You know what I mean? That time of morning. So make sure y'all come through. Holler back. I already did the birthday shout outs on the first show. So we good. This is the part 2. We good. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button before we get on the party. Hit the like button and we be good. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. If you over here on the East Coast, y'all know it's raining, it's snowing, it's cold, icy, slippery conditions. Don't be out there just because you got alcohol in your system. Don't get a heavy foot and get home the wrong way. You don't want to go to the home up there. You want to go to the home over here. And not the nursing home either. You know what I'm saying? So be careful out there. Be careful out there. Holla back, y'all, man. One love. Peace.